Hi, I'm Ruby Malshe, and I love stories because I believe that stories have great powers to communicate thoughts. The story I'm going to tell you is actually asking you a question, and it's called, Why Do You Worry? So here goes the story. There was once a very rich man. He had worked very hard to get into the place where he was now. He had made for himself and his family a beautiful house. He also had a holiday home, but his wife and children never stopped wanting more. Their needs he had settled, but their greed kept him on his toes. He often looked troubled and stressed. He loved his wife and children so deeply that he often sat and worried about them. What will happen to them if I were to die? How will they manage to survive in comforts when I'm no more? Will my sons be able to continue the business I have worked so hard to build? Such questions kept playing in his mind all the time. The stress of work and worries of future played on his health. So one day, he thought of going to a doctor for help. He had heard a lot of good words about this particular doctor. So there he was seated, opposite this experienced old man who wore spectacles at the tip of his nose and looked about him into the patient's eyes as if, through those eyes, he was going into the body to search for the problem area. "I can see you look very troubled, sir. What is the matter?" asked the doctor. Soon the man explained all his life and worries to him and waited for some remedy. Well, said the doctor, there is a very simple way of getting yourself free from such worrying thoughts. Instantly, relief was visible on the man's face. "I'm so glad to hear that, doctor. I thought there would be no cure for my illness. Please, quickly let me have the antidote." When the doctor told him the cure, the man was shocked. Could a cure be just that simple? Now you, my listener, must be wondering what that cure was. Well, I'll tell you what the doctor told the man. He told him that the cure would be in two parts. The first part needed him for the next 30 days to visit a cemetery and sit there looking at the graves daily for an hour before he went to work in the mornings and also before he went home in the evenings. It was just a matter of time now that the cure would be happening. The second part of the cure, he would tell him after 30 days. So exactly after 30 days, the man went back to the doctor and said, "Hey doctor, I have completed the first part of my cure. 30 days are over, as advised by you. I sat looking at the graves an hour in the mornings and an hour in the evenings daily. I didn't miss a single day. Won't you call me a good patient, huh?" Having said that, he laughed aloud. The doctor smiled, pulled out a chair, and sat looking deeply into the man's eyes as his practice. "Okay then, now the second part is that you have to tell yourself that all these men you saw daily for 30 days, now lying down under stones, were also once upon a time worried about what would happen after they were no more. But as you can see, the world goes on just as usual. Your presence may be important, but your absence may never be mourned forever. So my friend, relax, live in the moment, and stop worrying about what will happen after you move on. You focus on your journey, and the others will find theirs in time." Perhaps this story has helped you relax the storms in your mind. Perhaps your individual storms are too violent and they may take some time to calm down. But don't you think that a cemetery is an important center of learning? In all its eerie silence, the place can speak volumes if you keep your ears open. Surely, some thoughts must have walked into your mind after hearing this story. If they did, then please share them as comments. Thank you.